Have you ever met someone in their 70s who still moves, laughs, and thinks like they're 40? You know the type, full of life, sharp as ever, while others their age struggle with even the simplest things. Now, here's the real question. What if aging like that isn't just luck, but something you can actually influence? Today we're going to talk about the 7 things most 80-year-olds can't do anymore, and how, if you can still do them after 70, you're probably defying age itself. Stick around, because sign number 5 surprises even doctors. And if one of these signs sounds just like you, write that number down in the comments. Let's see how many of us are aging strong together. Let's begin with a story. In a small coastal town, 2 old friends, Harold and Ben, both turned 70 on the same day. They had spent their lives working hard, raising families, and now were entering what most people call the quiet years. But their lives took completely different turns. At 70, Harold felt tired most days. His knees ached when he climbed the stairs. His sleep was restless, and he often forgot small things like where he put his keys. Ben, on the other hand, woke up early for a morning walk, made a healthy breakfast, and spent the afternoon working in his garden. When they met again 10 years later, the difference was remarkable. Harold moved slowly, needing help to stand up. Ben, he still hiked the nearby trails, laughed with friends, and drove himself to visit his grandkids. So what happened? Why did 2 men, born on the same day, age so differently? Let's find out. 1. The ability to get up from the floor without help. Most 80-year-olds struggle to get up from the floor without holding on to something. It sounds simple until you try it yourself. This movement uses strength in your legs, flexibility in your hips, and balance from your core. Losing it means your body's functional age is catching up faster than your birthday count. Harold made it a daily habit. Every morning, he did 10 minutes of light stretching and practiced standing up and sitting down. No fancy gym needed. He wasn't training to look young, but to move young. Research from the British Journal of Sports Medicine shows that people who can sit down and stand up from the floor without using their hands are much more likely to live longer. So if you can still do this at 70 or beyond, congratulations. Your body is still years younger than your age. And if not, start small. Try sitting on a low stool and standing up slowly, just 5 times a day. That small move can make a big difference. If this one sounds like you, type 1 in the comments. Let's see how many still have that floor strength. 2. The ability to walk briskly for 10 minutes. Most 80-year-olds can walk, but not briskly. Their pace slows, their breath shortens, and fatigue sets in quickly. Ben kept a rule. If I can talk but not sing while walking, that's my pace. It's a form of moderate exercise that keeps the heart and lungs working without overdoing it. A study from Harvard University found that walking just 20 minutes a day can reduce the risk of heart disease by 30%, even for those over 65. But it's not just about the heart. Walking keeps the brain young too. It boosts blood flow, increases oxygen to the brain, and improves memory. Meanwhile, Harold often stayed in his chair watching TV. His legs weakened, his balance worsened, and soon he was using a cane. So here's your reminder. If you can still take a brisk 10-minute walk every day, your heart is still playing the game of youth. And if walking feels too hard, start with 5 minutes. Your future self will thank you. 3. The ability to sleep deeply and wake up rested. As we age, sleep often becomes shallow and interrupted, but the best agers, like Ben, protect their sleep like gold. He had a nightly ritual: Turn off screens an hour before bed, dim the lights, stretch gently, and listen to soft music. No late-night news, no caffeine after noon, no bright lights in the bedroom. Deep sleep is when your body repairs itself. It's when the immune system strengthens, the brain cleans up waste, and muscles recover. When sleep quality drops, everything from mood to memory to immunity declines. A study from Stanford University shows that adults over 65 who sleep less than 6 hours a night are at higher risk of dementia. So if you still wake up feeling refreshed at 70 or beyond, you're not just lucky, you're taking care of your most powerful anti-aging tool. If good sleep is your superpower, write 3 in the comments. 4. The ability to remember and focus clearly. Have you ever forgotten a name mid-conversation and wondered, is this normal aging? For some, it's just occasional forgetfulness. For others, it's an early sign of cognitive decline. Ben trained his brain like a muscle. He read books, learned new recipes, and even picked up a bit of Spanish online. Harold, on the other hand, stopped challenging his mind. "I'm too old for that," he'd say. But neuroscience says otherwise. The brain can grow new connections even in old age, a phenomenon called neuroplasticity. And the more you use your brain, the stronger it stays. So whether it's crossword puzzles, learning a musical instrument, or memorizing poems, mental exercise matters. And here's a secret. Conversations with others are brain workouts too. They engage memory, emotion, and logic all at once. So, if you still love learning, keep going. Your brain is defying time. If that sounds like you, mark number 4 below. 5. The ability to digest food comfortably. This one surprises many people. As we age, our digestive system slows down, producing less stomach acid and digestive enzymes. That's why so many older adults complain of bloating, constipation, or indigestion. But Ben's secret was simple. He ate real food, not processed snacks. Every meal included vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, like olive oil or nuts. He chewed slowly, stayed hydrated, and avoided heavy late-night meals. Modern research backs this up. A balanced Mediterranean-style diet can reduce inflammation, protect the heart, and even improve gut bacteria, which play a major role in aging. Meanwhile, Harold often skipped meals or ate whatever was easiest, instant noodles, cookies, or canned soup. Over time, his digestion weakened, and so did his energy. So, if your stomach still feels light and comfortable after eating, that's not luck, it's lifestyle. Write 5 in the comments if your gut still treats you kindly. 6. The ability to stay positive and connected. Physical health is only half the story. Emotional and social health often decide whether we age gracefully or just grow old. Ben joined a local walking club. He laughed often, shared meals, and volunteered at a community garden. Harold withdrew more each year, feeling lonely and resentful that everyone else was slowing down. Science has a clear verdict here too. A Harvard study on adult development, which followed participants for over 80 years, found that the strongest predictor of long life wasn't wealth, fame, or even cholesterol. It was the quality of relationships. Loneliness, on the other hand, increases the risk of early death as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So if you still call friends, meet neighbors, or join small groups, you're not just staying social, you're extending your life. If this sounds like your lifestyle, type 6 below, and let's celebrate the power of connection. 7. The ability to find meaning every morning. The last sign, and perhaps the most important, isn't physical at all. It's purpose. Ben woke up each morning with something to look forward to. Even small things.
watering his plants, calling his grandchildren, helping his neighbor fix a fence. Purpose gives structure to time. It reduces stress, improves immune function, and keeps depression away. A Japanese concept called ikigai describes this as the reason you get up in the morning. In Okinawa, one of the world's blue zones, known for extraordinary longevity, elders in their 90s still farm, cook, and teach. Harold, on the other hand, often said, "There's nothing left for me to do." That mindset aged him faster than any disease. So if you still have a reason, no matter how small, to greet each morning with intention, you've already unlocked the final secret of aging well. Write 7 below if you wake up with purpose. Now, let's circle back. After 10 years, Harold and Ben's story tells us something powerful. Aging isn't just about wrinkles or gray hair. It's about habits, attitude, and daily choices. Ben didn't chase youth. He practiced living well. And you can too. Let's recap the 7 things most 80-year-olds can't do anymore and the signs you're aging strong if you can. 1. Getting up from the floor without help. 2. Walking briskly for 10 minutes. 3. Sleeping deeply and waking refreshed. 4. Remembering and focusing clearly. 5. Digesting food comfortably. 6. Staying positive and socially connected. And 7. Waking each morning with purpose. If you recognize yourself in any of these, you're not just growing older, you're growing stronger. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these 7 signs that feels most like you and write that number in the comments. Let's see how many people here are defying age together. And if you found even one idea useful, share this with a friend who's over 50, because the secret to longevity isn't about living forever. It's about living fully. You can't control time, but you can control how you meet it, with movement, with joy, and with meaning. Because the best years aren't behind you. They're right now.